Hello everybody. As you can tell, we're driving down the road. Today I'm headed over to Tulsa, and I don't know if a lot of you have watched some of my older videos, but anyway, I've got a 2 or 3 engine build videos, and in one of those videos I was talking about a little 302 Ford that I built that's going in a father and son project. It's going in a mid-80s F150, but anyway, long story short, they finally got the engine in the truck, got everything hooked up and wired, and they have asked me to come over and help them get the initial startup on this truck. Since that has a Edelbrock fuel injection system, I said, sure, just give me a holler when you're ready. So anyway, we're headed over there, and when I get there, we'll get set up. I'll introduce you to the folks, and but before I go, I want to, as usual, thank everybody for tuning into this video, and you know, thank you for following along on my channel. And anyway, we'll get over there and get set up, and I'll see you in just a bit. All right, we're here in Tulsa, Broken Arrow area, and I am at Travis Bride's house. I'm with him and his son, Trey, and Bo. Actually, it's Bo and Trey. So as you can see, these are like really large guys, and I feel like a dwarf. But anyway, hey, we're here, and this is the F150 that I was telling you guys about. And for the most part, these guys have done a lot of work to this truck, and I'm going to turn around and get on the other side of the camera and let Travis talk a little bit about the truck, and then the boys will actually kind of show you guys what they have done on the truck as well. So I'll give it to Travis, and then I'll grab the camera here in a minute. So anyway, Travis Bride.
All right, well, so this truck has been with me, if you will, in my family, probably since I was about 6 years old. This was my dad's truck, and you know, drove it. We were in Florida, moved to Arizona, and when I was in high school, the motor went out, and that was a project that he and I did, and you know, left to college and went on a church mission, and he passed away, and this was the last project that he and I ever worked on, and it was just that thing of, hey, I'd love to redo it one day. And then with the boys, it just started growing into, hey, that'd be pretty cool to be able to restore Betsy, so that's her name, and restore for the boys to take to high school, and that's kind of where we got to. So Bo, he's gonna turn 16 a little bit, so that was kind of the goalpost.
I cannot believe you're only 15
years old.
He's only 15. He's about 12'8".
It's terrible. I hate it. When he passed me up before he turned 15, it was weird. So he's almost 6'7", and
good grief.
so anywho, so yeah, this is Betsy, and we'll kind of go from there.
I've kind of alluded to this before, but this is what it's all about. Like, you have a truck, a vehicle that's in the family, even whether it's not in the family or not, but to be able to take your sons, fathers, pass on that knowledge, and to me, this is really a really cool story. So I'm gonna grab the camera, and we'll do kind of a walk around on the truck, and I'll let the boys talk a little bit about what they got to do, because not only did they've done a ton of work to this, but Travis has made them do the work, which is great, because now when it breaks down, or if it's not going to break down,
that's right,
but
it's a Ford.
But if something happens, or if they decide to upgrade, then they'll at least know, hey, what part to buy. So, you know, anyway, I'm gonna grab the camera and we'll walk around a little bit, and then we're gonna close this door because it's really, really cold today. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we're gonna start up here underneath the hood. I'm gonna have to get up on this crate because I'm rather short.
So yeah, so we took the front off. Trey and Bo and I were able to take the whole piece off. Everything's been either touched, removed, replaced. The only exception is the gearbox, and we did a lift, and I was figuring maybe when we do alignment, that's going to be the next thing. But Trey, do you want to talk about when we pulled this off? because that was the first like big piece when we took that off. It was about this cold.
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing pictures of these boys up here with dust masks and grinders and wire brushes and putty knives. And what'd you guys think about that experience?
Took a while. It took a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get like grease under your fingernails for 4 or 5 days? And
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Cool. I mean,
And then, so after we wire brushed it, the black coating. What do you remember what that was for? What the intent is?
Make it like smoother and like more like
Keep it
easier
from
to keep
rusting.
on.
Yeah, that's right.
what was it? Pour 15?
No, we used so there's a lot of stuff we used from Poppy's Patina,
Okay.
and they have this chassis coat that's very similar to you know, Pour 15 or a few others. They were just local here to Tulsa, and figured because when we did the clear coat, we used their Patina clear coat.
Right.
Was just really pleased with it. So, Bo, do you remember when we pulled this out and when we put the motor back in? Which part do you think was easier, or what do you remember from that?
I remember taking it out. I was like I handled like the crank, like helped it. I remember putting it back in was like the worst thing ever. Because I spent like 3 hours just trying to put it back in.
I'm surprised you used a hoist, honestly. I figured you'd just bench press it and put it back in.
Well,
there.
he would have, you know. But
Yeah, no, just didn't want to show off,
that's right.
right?
That's
So,
right.
so anyways, we can see it looks like they've since it's left the shop. I know I had the headers on it. I'm pretty sure it looks like you guys have added a really nice serpentine setup. Or that's not serpentine. A pulley drive system, which is really sharp, complements it. Now, also they've added some different valve covers, and here's the cool part, because I'm pretty sure Travis, you told me that you was going to let the boys pick out the valve covers, but at the same time, he made them spend some of their hard-earned money to see what it's like to buy some of these parts on this truck, which is pretty cool as well, I think. So,
Yeah, I don't know how much of that happened.
oh, okay. You're like me then. You gave in too
I was
easy.
like, all right, because they were fine with the cheap ones. I'm like, no.
Right on. I get
They're
it.
like, we want to put that money towards the stereo or whatever. I'm like, all right,
Well-
we'll figure it. But they were, I mean, definitely putting it together. Like Bo, I remember when we put the new brake booster and master cylinder. I mean, that was a bit of a challenge. But I mean, everything from the brake lines, you know, everything. We did not intend to do it, but my favorite part, like a lot of people would say, you know, well, how much money have you spent and everything? It's like, sure, but the memories that we're making,
Absolutely.
the opportunity of just spending time together,
Yep.
that was worth every bit. And there'll still be plenty of time because Trey's gonna want to find him a new truck, and we'll figure if Bo doesn't wreck this, we'll we'll keep plugging away. But I mean, it's those memories. That's what you take with you.
We'll get Trey started out on the right foot. I can help him with a couple of vehicles there when he gets ready. So we'll get you guys into drag racing or something. So then you'll be broke the rest of your life.
That's right.
You'll stay completely away from anything that's bad influence. So
Yes.
so anyway, we're gonna kind of get this sped up a little bit. I'm gonna walk around and we're just gonna kind of show, because I'm pretty sure they've changed out a lot of the components to kind of give it a really nice look. Now, you guys eventually are planning on painting, right?
No, so we so do you want to talk about when we did the clear coat on it?
So we went
that's
to a
right.
place and we spent like 2 days. The first day we like cleaned the entire car, the bed and the hood, and then the second day we like wrapped the entire garage in this like film, and then we spent, how long was it, like 5 hours?
Yeah, it was something like
I think I remember seeing the pictures of that. That's
Yeah,
right.
just, painting on a clear coat and a gloss, like half of it.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like half that.
Okay. Well, I for some reason I forgot. Honestly, did forget. But yeah, they've clear coated the components on it to keep the patinaed look, which it looks good. So also keeping with the trim too, that, you know, new headlights and the grill assembly, and anyway, yeah, it's
So I mean, pretty much we need to do a vinyl pinstripe, but we wanted to keep that patina look because that is what Betsy was. She just kind of looked like it. But Trey, I mean, now you can see really good with the frame that's been all wire brushed and everything. You want to talk about what that was like? And
you can share that with the audience, but I'm going to tell you, I know all too well what it's like wire wheeling frames, and yeah. Yeah, you probably had you probably blew your nose for several days afterwards, and it was like black. But yeah, they went through the frame and everything, and it's going to be a really clean looking truck. And like I said, at the end of the day, the story behind it for me. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing, we're going to get into it. So they've got the EFI system. They've ran through the first part of the Wizard, which is pretty simple. And I may show you guys some screenshots of that later. But what I want to do, I'm going to do a once over on the engine. I want to double check fire and order, make sure the piston is up on top dead center, and then just kind of go around and make sure everything is tucked up neat and tight. I may end up pulling the valve covers back off and make sure the lifters are set, because I set these cold. And then we're going to try to start getting this engine primed up. And then we'll start building some fuel pressure, and hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be able to crack this thing off. And we had to close the door because like I said, it's probably 24 degrees outside. So, you guys ready to get after it?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna let you pull the spark plug out of number one. Okay, we've double checked the firing order, and I had a little confusion on this. I forget. This is running an E303, so it uses what's called a 302 high out HO or a 351 firing order. So now we verified top dead center. We got the piston out, verified top dead center. Rotation's good, our firing order's good. So now we're gonna go through this Wizard. And I'm gonna let Travis navigate. He's actually done this already. So for the most part, you start this Wizard, it's a setup. It's gonna ask you some things. And we're going to continue with it, and it should ask us, it is naturally aspirated. And
so this is
right, we are using that.
Perfect.
So we're going to set that, your 302, which is very, very close. This is bored over a little bit. I could probably do the math on it, but for now, 302 is fine. And we are going to go with mild on this one. That's based off your camshaft duration. We definitely don't want to go race, but we are definitely around a 210 on this. So we're going to go next. We did set the fuel pressure, which we kind of skipped that part on film, which we could show you here in a minute. We'll cycle. Factory on these are 29 pound per hour injectors. We're going to go next. And now it is writing the base tune to the ECU. So now we're at the point where once this is done, in all fairness, we're going to see if we can light a fire in this thing, I believe. So this is the most nerve-wracking part. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Oh, look, fuel pressure. Okay, regulator's up. We got about 41 to 42. We'll come back and readjust that.
Did you see something?
There's something leaking right there.
Oh, you see a leak?
Uh-oh, no
Look right
leak.
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay, good find.
So we're going to snug that up.
Turn the key off.
Okay, we had a little bit of a leak, and are you going to do the cranking?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to kind of stand up here and put the light right here, and I may end up having to bump the distributor just a little bit, but let's go ahead and crank it and see what she does.
Go ahead and start it. Hang on.
Okay.
Go ahead and start it.
Oh wow, I tell you, that's the easiest one of these I have ever started.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a little loud, no exhaust, which in my world that's pretty cool. I should have put the camera on Bo's face to get a look at that, but the idle's fast, which is normal. So what we may end up doing, and I don't know that we'll do it today. I think at the most part, when the weather's a little warmer, we can start this thing up and just let it get up to temperature a little bit, and we may do that off camera. But for the most part, the only other thing that I have to do is I definitely want to get the timing in and get it dialed in. You lock the timing in and everything, and then I have to run through setting up the IAC, which is your idle air control. But just short of that, for a first startup, we're gonna start it a couple of more times and make sure everything starts good enough, and then we'll probably come back and look at it once the weather's getting a little bit better. You guys get the exhaust on it, but at least it's going to start. Really surprised me how easy that started.
Dude, I had a good builder. So.
Well, it's not running down the road yet. But, I appreciate that. I have. It's kind of funny because I build a lot of Chevrolet engines, but hey, Trey, come out.
Okay.
Assignment to do.
All
right.
But did you hear that inside? Did it scare you?
Yeah. Turned his cartoons off and finally came downstairs.
Hey man, Bugs, I love Bugs. I still watch Bugs Bunny. I'm 52 years old and I watch Bugs Bunny every day. But what do you think about that, Bo? You get a little more excited now? Is your nerves kind of going right now?
Yeah, I thought it was like break, like the first sound. I thought it broke, and then I realized it's working. So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I'm honestly, it's for me to capture this on film. This is great. It's because this video, once I get it edited, not only will I upload it to the channel, but I plan on sending Travis like his own personal copy. But yeah, this is what it's all about, and I can't thank you guys enough for letting me be part of it. Right?
Oh,
this is for me, that my little shop and where my shop's going, and have the opportunity to do stuff like this for people. It's great. So anyway, we're gonna jump off of here. I may leave my phone on or leave the film on time lapse, and we're probably gonna go ahead and do a little bit more. Do you guys want to say anything else before we go?
Just from heartfelt thank you.
Absolutely, man.
This is super cool. Seeing these boys' faces, having this one come downstairs when he hears
downstairs.
This has just been really cool. So thank you.
It's cool, absolutely. I'm like I said, honored to do it, and can't wait. We build him a truck.
That's right.
Maybe we can slip shit.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, folks. Appreciate you tuning in, and this may not be a super long video, but it'll be a good one. So. Okay, that went a lot smoother than I thought, and I know this is probably not going to be a super long video, and it's not going to show a whole lot of stuff that we did, but really for me the gist, what I wanted to capture was basically just the fact that, you know, you can pass on information and knowledge to the younger generation, and the whole father and son project, to me, that's priceless. And but anyway, that wasn't staged, really. That was one of the easiest engines I've ever seen fire up on one of these injection systems. So anyway, off the camera, we let that thing warm up a little bit more, and I kind of dialed in the timing a little bit more with the timing light, and I showed Bo kind of how to use the timing light, what we were looking for, but anyway, I'll end up having to go back and catch a day when it's not quite so cold to where we can let the thing run for a little bit. They have a lot of things to tuck up because there's a lot of stuff that they've just kind of basically laid into place and hooked up. One thing, they didn't have the fans wired up, so we started running a little bit warm on the engine. So once they get all that tucked up, we'll go over and I'll do a fine tune on it, and we'll set the IAC and basically just get it to where it's ready to go to the muffler shop. So like I said, I'm going to leave it with you, and I'm going to close, and I kind of did a little bit of a walk around and showed that they did put a digital gauge system in it, which is pretty cool. It's greens. Well, it glares on my camera a little bit. I'm going to let you guys kind of see that. But anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And, you know, this one, like I said, it definitely wasn't intended to capture a lot of work, but we wanted to just capture the moment, and I'll share it with you guys. So anyway, as I always say, I'll see you guys on the next build, and thanks again for watching.